You've been here for 3 years. Talk about what that journey's been like and some of the successes that you've enjoyed.
Yeah. We've had certainly our rates of attendance and lates and that sort of stuff has dramatically decreased. What we do find in our classrooms, we have very few class exclusions at this school anymore. Students feel comfortable in their programs. They're engaged in their studies. They are connected to the curriculum in ways that it's meaningful for them. They also find that should they struggle or should they need support, the support is there. And it's support that says, I believe in you, and I recognize that to move forward, this is what you require right now. It doesn't suggest that somehow you're less of an individual because you need the support right now. And with that, we've seen our academic achievement of our students dramatically increase within every year since we started this. We have a number of students that actually self-refer to the office now around support. Right? They'll come and they'll suggest that they have an issue that they need school admin support around to solve, to work through, because the support in the classroom isn't significant enough, and usually that occurs because the teacher themselves recognize that that's a decision that might be above them, that may need some input from a principal or an assistant principal.
What is your perspective on current educational practice, and what do you see as the role of schools in adopting strength-based practice?
Well, traditionally schools have been around the distribution of knowledge. So teachers teach a curriculum and students learn the curriculum. It's a fairly traditional approach, but really the keys to that is information is important, the learning of information is important, and the outcome of all of this is generally some type of standardized test that says, I've learned this much, and then we proceed to the next grade level. Strength-based practice certainly doesn't get away from the idea of teaching academic ability, teaching curriculum, teaching those knowledge skills. However, it looks at exploring further the students' strengths and how students go about learning information. So really it's about the development of relationships with students. Yeah, it's about identifying how students learn best, so that they need to identify the strengths for themselves. Because what we do know is that generally the strengths will be where students gravitate to, not only in their learning, but in how they develop relationships, how they proceed in those relationships, what do they identify as significant, important, where they further their interests and how they engage in their own lives, in the lives of their family, and how they contribute to their community.